All right, what is going on? Welcome back for another DTO video. Today, we're going to play a spot that I struggle with, but I don't think I'm alone in struggling. I think a lot of MTT regs struggle. This is heads up poker. It is 30 big blinds deep. It is incredibly important because where do you make the most money when you're playing poker tournaments? Final tables and heads up. You're always playing heads ups. Well, not always, but for most people, you're going to be playing heads ups that you're not going to be rolled for. When I played heads up in a scoop a couple of weeks ago, was I rolled for $120,000 heads up? No, I wasn't. But I'm going to give it my best to not embarrass myself here. We're going to just try our best. That's all we can do. Look, hopefully we will learn together. That's all I'll say. It's 30 big blinds. The button range will just be a standard opening range. Get rid of all the 2x, the 3x, there's some 4x, and some other stuff. Like, you know, you're just playing pretty much everything on the button. And then in terms of defending the big blind, get rid of some of this worse offsuit stuff. We are going to generate our bluffs from this offsuit kind of section down here. We do not have any pairs, which is something you should know. So you ain't ever having a set, right? A 3-bet calling, a 3-bet shoving. And as you can see, there's not really any 3-betting going on with suited hands that we won't 3-bet call. 8-7 suited, I'm not sure if you 3-bet call, but 7-4 suited, you obviously 3-bet full. But it's mostly just pure call the suited stuff. Find some bluffs with the offsuit stuff. Right. So we're going to try our best. I can't make any promises that it's going to be good, but I'll try. So Jack 9 on this board. We have all the 7-8s just as much, and I think my hand needs a lot of protection, so we'll size up a little bit. All right. That's good for the confidence. I just want to check, is it a mix? Yeah, but it prefers the big one a lot. So obviously the natural hands that you'll always see are these overpairs, the strong 9x. When you're bluffing, you'll just do it with the broadways and stuff a lot of times. So anyway, we'll just move on. We'll just try and ride this momentum. I think a6 deuce, I'm just happy to range bet, would be my understanding. Okay, no, they do like 8-6 deuce heads up. Okay, it makes sense. Obviously the hands that slide into the big size are going to be your ace kings, your ace queens, your ace jacks. But I thought it makes sense because if we look at the big blind range, right? Again, look at all the ace-x. We don't have all this ace-x. We have a decent chunk of suited ace-x, but we can really drive a lot of value in with the better ones. Ooh. Against that size, I fold. I think against the smaller size, we would call. All right, 3 out of 3. What was I worried about? I'm about to set records with this heads up. Oh. This size folding king high seems problematic, but with the deuce, maybe I could fold. Oh, it's just going to ruin my streak. I would not fold a bet like king 8, king 9, even king 6. Even probably king 4, king 3, because I've got backdoor straight draws. Let me see if I'm right about everything else I said, though. Okay, no, king 3, king 4 do get folded. I thought maybe they wouldn't because of the backdoor straight draw, but obviously these ones with an overcard to make a pair are absolutely never getting folded. All right, 4 in a row. What did I say about heads up? I'm class at heads up. Nobody does it better. I think we can bet small. I don't think we value bet this turn. It could be maybe a hand that we can bet, but what's the pot? 1.5x pot, you say? I would not be surprised if we've got a call here sometimes after checking back the turn. But I am going to fold. But where? Yeah, okay. It likes calling mostly. Rest of the hand. Alright, so the flop is bigger. Alright, so this is a mistake I'm probably making in heads up. Not using the same sizes I would in, say, button versus big blind, 30 big blinds deep. Because I bet this hand big then, like 100%. I just wasn't sure if heads up we wanted them to be floating more hands that we dominate, and then we make top pairs, they make top pairs. We get to stack them a lot easier, but I guess it's just not the way to think about it. This one, I guess you can bet sometimes. So we're gonna check. And we're gonna fold. Yeah, so it's a heavy mix on the flop. I think yeah, we don't really mind the bet fold queen 10, but something like king queen, for instance, I probably would not really want to bet, you know. Yeah, it makes sense. You just kind of bluff the hands that can make something like when we bet queen 10, we can make, say, king deuce fold, or maybe even king 10 fold if we bet big. King 10 maybe not, but you know, it just doesn't make sense when you bet the king queen as much. But we've got everything right so far. Maybe I'm a heads up genius. Maybe I need to call out D-negs. Check. Not gonna bluff ace high. Alright, 7 out of 7. Could we beat our 34 streak in heads up after being very, very nervous to play this? I'm gonna bet this size. Again, this size might be a thing though, but I'm gonna go with this. So what can we do here? We can make a lot of king highs fold. We can put a lot of pressure on a 7. We can put an immense pressure on a deuce without a spade. All right, I bet again. And I'm going to bet all in on the river. Yep. Ooh, did we nail it? Likes giving up sometimes on the river. I don't like giving up. Team ATB, can't stop, won't stop. All right, not too bad. You can see the turn is definitely enjoying betting. Small bet on the flop. How many is that in a row? I'm gonna go for small, and I'm gonna go for blasting it off here. I think this is a hand that I would always blast off, but clearly Bot doesn't want to always blast off. Okay, I'm not hitting these big bets enough. We might have passed everything so far and not failed, but these big bets we are missing. So we got to look at this range. We've really got to look at this range. So I get why we bet these hands big. We got a lot of protection with these hands, and our opponent doesn't have a huge amount of ace-x. So that makes sense to me. Obviously, this driving in a lot of value. Okay, we're missing some big bets heads up probably. This one to me does not make sense to bet big. This one, like, we're not making king queen fold if we bet big. We can get them to float with like jack 10 and stuff if we bet small. That's my understanding. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. If I am, get in the comments. Let me know. Break it down for me. I'm just trying to learn. All right, 10 in a row. So it does like a little bit of bigger betting. But so like, again, I would slide this in more with like jack 10 and stuff, which you can see here. Whereas king jack just makes less sense to me, king queen. Like these hands like 10-8. 10-8 can make jack 10 fold and jack 8 fold if you bet big, right? So that makes more sense to me than betting like big with king jack. I'm just gonna go ahead and bet small. My hand's not worth that much. Yes, we have some good backdoors, but I'm just doing small bets. I'm actually gonna check. I have 4 high, but I just think they have too many hands that continue, so I'm gonna actually check here. I just think they have too many pairs plus fucking straight draws and flush draws. I was just gonna delay bet, but doesn't like it. Just pure bet the turn. You've got 4 high, mate. You got 4 high. I can't believe that's the one that's ruined their streak. That is heartbreaking. All right, we go again. Definitely not folding. I wonder if there's ever any check raising. I would always call, but I was just wondering. No, pure calls. I think this has to mean the worst showing. Small bet. Just kind of tending to value bet again. Can we bet this size? We can. I'm not value betting the river. That's too gangster for me. Likes the small bet on the turn, likes the small bet, likes the check. Did we get value? We did off king 8. Boom. I don't know if I would have called king 8 on the turn there, so. I'm just gonna run it. No. Pure call. Pure call. See, to me, we make a lot of hands fold that would bet, you know, like jack 10 and queen 10 and stuff. Like, look at the range that bet. So this would be my logic. Now I understand we're gonna get in against overpairs because look, they have full weight to these hands and we don't have any of them, and we don't have a huge amount of support on this board. But in terms of just making these hands fold, even if they don't fold flop, but like folding into a turn shove, I thought that would be okay. But I guess when we look at our own range, I mean, we have a 7, but we have no overpairs. When there's the deuce on the board, really cuts down on our 2-pair combos. So I get why we call, but look, I'm an idiot. I wanted to run it. No, I'm gonna bet. I'm going to check. I think having a jack of diamonds isn't the greatest card to double barrel with here. So we will just give up. All right. Okay, so in full ring, or even 6 max, I would fold this. Heads up, folding a pair, I'm not sure. But what I will say is this is a rotten pair. I'm going to make a fold. Please do not be a blunder because it's heads up. Okay, it likes continuing, but it's indifferent. This hand's worth 0. Okay. All right, maybe we're not the worst heads up player in the world. Or maybe... No. It's kind of tempting to lead, though. Any leading on that turn? It doesn't hate it, but it prefers checking. But... I think some of the things that... I'm tempted to bet this, but I think I'm going to get slapped if I bet that. Alright, so this would have been bad. It doesn't even love this size. It likes checking a lot. Alright, no problem. Alright, let's get a streak of over. Did we get over 10 last time? Let's see what we can do. I think just betting this hand, getting folds is good for us. Up to 5, easy game. If we get into any more tricky spots, we'll definitely dive into the evaluation. But like when we see bet and they fold, like I don't care. You know. Betting will obviously be fine. I think mixing in check is probably pretty nice though. Oh my god. Really? Surely we check a lot on this board. Loads! We just check enough flush draws that are, sorry. That we don't need to be checking the ace-high ones. We just have too much equity with this hand, eh? Yeah, I mean, like, it's the... We do check a lot of ace-high flush draws, but this one we just have too much equity, eh? Like, they're going to check raise, get in with, like, you know, maybe king 8 and stuff, and, like, we're just going to dominate a lot of draws to get in. We're going to do well against the hands they have. They've no other pairs, blah, blah, blah. It's probably just too much equity. I can't believe that's the hand we got a blunder on. Like, all right, let's do one more streak. Let's see how we get on. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get it. Let's get a 20 streak, and then I'll actually be feeling pretty confident. I'm gonna check. Your check call. Your check call. I thought, you know, having an ace here would be good. Any check raisers? Let's just call. If they bet the turn, we're gonna have to fold. I obviously have to bluff. But betting small in this river doesn't feel great. All right. So when they check back the turn, they're obviously capped, but on the king it changes the board so dramatically that we just can't use this size. Okay, lesson learned. One final streak for the lads. I'm gonna use this size. Bit out there. I guess I just don't have enough. Oh, I have 8-5. I thought I had 7-5. Let me just check if 7-5 slides in a little bit more. Not really. Not really, to be honest. 8-5 actually. You can do it when you've got the backdoor spades, but overall not the best strategy. And that's fine. We just, you know, we're pummeling a lot of chips in with a hand that's not worth a lot. Easy call. We got a pair. We got a backdoor flush draw. Okay. There is call in on the turn, which means like it's a spot where, you know, it is gonna, you know, not be worth a lot to call. I'm gonna empty this. Sure. And we are all in regardless of the river card. Nice. I think queen 3 obviously got the tray to block the straights and unblock the backdoor flush draws. I think it's pretty nice. I will fold against this size pretty happily. I was just wondering against a smaller size. Should we check raise? All right, this is going to be our final streak, and then we will call the video a day. I don't want to put it too long. Gonna fold. Queen spades bad. Oh, I would have called here with any other queen 6, but the queen of spades I thought would be bad. Ooh, absolutely wrecked. I don't really want to end on that note, but we will. I will keep it short and sweet. Heads up is tough, man. Heads up is very, very, very tough. It is a form of the game that I'm definitely not as good as I need to be. But that's the beautiful thing about DTO. Not only do you have your standard spots that you come up with all the time in tournaments for post-flop, they now have the pre-flop tool. You also can do ICM spots. You can also do heads up spots. It's a tool that will really help you improve your entire poker game. If you want to, and you're willing to put the work in, this tool has pretty much everything you need. It is an exceptionally powerful tool, and the way that it's presented to you, I said it before and I'll say it again, it's just such a gamified experience. You're basically running complicated sims in such an easy to understand manner. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know. Get in the comments. Tell me which hands that you think I'm an idiot for, because I know people love letting me know which hands I'm bad for. If you want to check me out playing DTO live, we are going to be doing it Monday to Thursdays at around 3 p.m. Central European time on easylaces.tv, just for 10, 15, 20 minutes to warm up for my Twitch sessions. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to make sure that you don't miss out on videos like this one, please hit the subscription button. And on top of that, if you want to get in the comments and let us know what you enjoy, we would love to hear your feedback.